Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I'm smiling because in a season that's not very good for me, and I know the Chelsea fans watching, it's not been great at all. Even so, you have to look at this league and say, man, do we have to be grateful to be a part of this, because the Premier League, nothing compares to it, man. You can't get this elsewhere. We have the best league in the world, and for a reason. And the game between Liverpool and Tottenham has absolutely illustrated why in the perfect sense of the word. In its perfect description. You look as if you're going onto a job profile, right? A job description, and you get everything detailed that's required for the job. Best league in the world? Premier League comes with the description. The description. Absolutely blockbuster entertainment. Hollywood couldn't even match this. 4-3 Liverpool, and you just... And it's not just that. We look at the other... I'm not going to talk about Chelsea today, by the way. Nothing's happened with Chelsea, so if you've come in for Chelsea, we can go through it in about 10 seconds. There's no news. Paul Mitchell isn't coming. Poch is still waiting for his follow-up interview, whatever the hell it is. It's his 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th, 15th interview. Nothing's happened, so we'll wait. Preview for the Arsenal-Chelsea will be up tomorrow, so make sure you're there for that. But we've got Bournemouth 4, Leeds United 1, so Leeds looking like they're definitely heading down to the Championship. They couldn't win if their lives depend on it right now. Then again, neither could we. I can't talk, honestly. I have to come on and actually be some sort of I have to be somewhat humble, right, in my analysis and firing shots at certain teams, because my team are in the gutter. So Fulham 1, Man City 2, and that was really unlucky for Fulham. Fulham played really, really well. Absolute great goal that Fulham scored, but Man City being Man City and Alvarez coming in and doing what he done. I'll go into detail later on. Manchester United getting a 1-0 win against Aston Villa. Newcastle coming back from behind to win 3-1 at home against Southampton. That was a bit of a shock for them going behind, but they clawed it back. You know, Callum Wilson, Isak, actual attackers scoring goals. Absolutely unbelievable. But let's start off with Liverpool versus Tottenham, because this had everything. This had everything. This had you believing in every single possibility that there was. Within the first 10-15 minutes, we were all actually contemplating that Tottenham were going to be bottling it, just like they did against Newcastle again, right? It was happening. Everyone, and if you say no, I wasn't thinking that, you're a liar. If you weren't saying, oh no, look, Liverpool might actually be 5-0 up at half-time like Newcastle were, Tottenham might be 5-0 down again, for the second time in a flipping row, right? You'd be lying if you're saying that that didn't even cross your mind after Liverpool went 3-0 up in the space of 15 minutes. They were 2-0 up after 5 minutes. At that point, it was very easy to say, nah, it's going to finish 6 or 7. It's happening again. It's happening again. And then they go 3-0 up with a penalty for Mo Salah. Jones with the first goal, Diaz with the second, Mo Salah with the penalty. And then that's where Liverpool they switch off. They just switch off. I don't know how you do that. How do you go from so dominant, where honestly Liverpool could have kept it going? It's like they just stopped. They just brought the pace down. Why? Keep it going. What are you stopping for? They decide to stop. I don't know how. For Tottenham, it's like after 15 minutes, it was like minute 1. It's like they've just switched on and they've gone, oh, we're actually playing a football match. Right, kickoffs happened. Oh, okay, lads, we actually got to play. That is where Tottenham looked like. That's what it looked like happened to Tottenham after 15 minutes. Because at that point, it started actually going somewhat well, kind of. They hit the post. Then they hit the post again. Then eventually they get their reward. With, by the way, Virgil van Dijk getting absolutely twisted by Ivan Perisic. How old's Perisic? 34, 35. Van Dijk got sent to the cleaners. And look, we have to put this debate down once and for all, right? I understand Van Dijk had a couple, maybe 3 solid seasons. But that's it. To put him in the conversation as one of the all-time greats. Nah, relax. Has he been good? Absolutely. Are you sticking him up there as a Premier League legend? Come on, have a day off. With John Terry and Vidic and Ferdinand and Tony Adams and Martin Keown and Vincent Kompany, who deserves to be in that bracket too. Relax. Relax. He got sent clean by Perisic. Perisic feeds it to Harry Kane. Harry Kane smashes it in to get his 25th goal of the season. That's actually... No, Harry Kane blows my mind, you know. He gets this many goals season in, season out, and he plays for Tottenham, who actually end up doing nothing season in, season out. How is that possible? How do you end up getting 25, 26, close to 30 goals a season, every season, and your team doesn't do anything? How does that happen? Harry Kane, absolutely fantastic, honestly. 3-1 at half-time, and it was already beginning to seep into everyone's minds that, you know what, Spurs should have more from this game. And then we get into the second half, and I have to say, this is where I give credit. Ryan Mason. Ryan Mason seems to have an ability to get something out of this team in a second half. Come out for a second half and it's like they switch on. You see the way that they send the ball cross diagonals are fantastic. The way that they shift the play is fantastic. The way that they move, they drop the ball a little bit deeper to send someone on a runner is really, really, really effective. They play the ball really nicely, Tottenham, in the second half every time. Well, so far under Ryan Mason. Again, they hit the woodwork. They've hit the woodwork, what is it, 4 times today or something? Quite unlucky with Son, with Kane. Absolutely unlucky, but then they get their reward. 77th minute, Son gets an assist by Romero. Very, very clean assist, by the way. Beautiful assist from Romero, who you could argue should have seen red earlier on in the game. That's a debate in and of its own. But Son slots it away 3-2, and then the madness happens. Diogo Jota gets a yellow card. Should he still be on the pitch for that high foot into Skip? But then you could argue, should Skip still be on the pitch for what happened in the first half? This game had every single possible plot and storyline. You know? Later on, yeah, Jota gets a yellow card for that clash where he puts his foot high up into Skip's head, where he cuts him open like he's been cut open like Ric Flair used to cut himself. And then the inevitable happens, right? Matisse on his stream, shout out Matisse, because I was tuning into Matisse's live watch along, and he put a poll up in the first half of this game, saying what's going to happen first. Chelsea hitting 30 points or Richarlison scoring his first goal? Lo and behold, we get our answer. Of course it's going to be Richarlison getting his first goal for Tottenham. Yes, you heard that right. His first league goal for Tottenham. He's not scored for Tottenham up until now. Chelsea are still on 39 points. Honestly, I'm not going to talk about Chelsea, man. We'll leave that to tomorrow. But then, 93rd minute. Unbelievable scene. Son with the ball in. 93rd minute. Son with the ball in. Richarlison header. Bounces, goes over Alisson, and it's 3-3. And you're thinking it's done. That's it. The comeback is complete. But it doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen. It does not end there. And why doesn't it end there? Because this is the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in this league. That's how beautiful this league is. 1 minute later, ball comes across. Mora thinks he's in a playground, gives a pass back straight into Jota's path. Diogo Jota runs it 1-2, boom, bottom corner. The win is complete. 4-3. This is where we've got to bring in two more plots, 2 more storylines, even in the depth, right? Tottenham just have to bottle it because they're Tottenham. They do all that hard work to then, with one gesture, after getting the equaliser in the 93rd minute, to throw it away in the 94th. It's only Tottenham that can possibly do such a thing, right? But then, even so, with Liverpool's horrific display after 15 minutes in that game, the first 15 minutes, they looked like prime Liverpool. And after that, for the rest of the game, they just they just disappeared. They just stopped playing. But they still managed to get the winner. And then, it doesn't end there. Let's add another plot, another storyline. Klopp runs down the touchline and he pulls his hamstring. He actually pulls his hamstring. You'd think Klopp was playing 90 minutes in centre mid the way he pulled his hamstring. He was running down the touchline celebrating. All of a sudden he's like, ow. And it finishes Liverpool 4, Tottenham 3. Unbelievable. And you know what's crazy? After they went down 3-0 after 15 minutes, you were honestly looking at this going, Tottenham will have to refund their fans again. You know, because when you put on a display like you do against Newcastle, when you're down by that much that soon, and then you end up refunding the fans, and it happens again, well, you've got to refund the fans again, haven't you? Luckily, Tottenham did actually show some bite back. They did actually show some fight. And fair play. I think Ryan Mason got the most out of them today, if I'm honest. I think Tottenham did actually show some sort of, fight and even decent football overall. I'm not going to say they played rubbish. They didn't play rubbish. They started off rubbish, but they didn't play rubbish the whole way through. They deserve something from this game, but then again, it's Tottenham that can throw it away because it's Tottenham. This is the way. And we have to say, Ryan Mason, fair play for, I guess, the way that he got them going in the second half once again. Just like he showed in the 2-2 draw, is just like he's shown here today. Ryan Mason actually coming with a plan. And I have to pinpoint Ryan Mason, because what we've seen from Ryan Mason in this little time is what I expect to see from Frank Lampard. But again, I'll get to that tomorrow. I'll get into all of that tomorrow. We're not going to get it from Frank. That's just the way it is. And Chelsea, I feel, have much, much deeper problems overall as a football club in the season. Not as a football club in terms of the culture, because Tottenham's culture is to throw leads away and to do this sort of thing. But Chelsea's problems lie deep in terms of the entire season and where things are. So we'll get into all that tomorrow. But Tottenham letting it go in the depths. Liverpool getting 3 points. Unbelievable. And just to really pinpoint things, I do want to say this. Last time I mentioned Chelsea, I promise. Even though I've said that a few times. But I have to, because you have to compare. Chelsea need to get a move on with this Poch thing. I said this on Matisse's stream. We have to move quick. Why? Because who knows? Who knows if Daniel Levy decides to, you know what, we keep losing. This can't continue. You know what? Let me pick the phone up. All right, Poch, how you doing? Long time no see. We need to get a move on. Do not allow Tottenham to get into this conversation, because it seems like Nagelsmann is more than happy to just wait. Poch and, well, no, not Poch, Spurs and Daniel Levy are probably in a situation now where they probably can't wait. Let's wait and see. Chelsea need to get a move on. Hurry up. We move into the other games. Manchester United, you could say, are they lucky to get a result today? Because Aston Villa were piling tons of pressure on them, to be honest. Aston Villa deserved something from that game, I feel. A couple of selfish decisions, a couple of times where they couldn't finish, and that's the fine detail that you need, that can make it, that can change the result. Unai Emery set them up very nicely. Aston Villa were more than bold, taking risks, dominating play at times, but Man United were efficient, and the substitutions that they made were effective in the end. Bruno Fernandes getting the only goal, 1-0 to Manchester United, which basically cements top 4. If we're looking at this now, it's definitely done. Well, you say definitely done. The points between Liverpool and Manchester United is quite significant now. 7 points, but Man United still have a game to play. 9 points behind Newcastle with 5 games to play. Mathematically, yes, it's possible for Liverpool to get into the top 4, but I don't see Man United or Newcastle throwing it away at this stage. So I do think the top 4 is going to be complete. We move into, Bournemouth and Leeds. Bournemouth are doing really, really well. And I have to pinpoint this because Chelsea have got to play Bournemouth. That could be a 6-pointer. Unbelievable. But Leeds United are a mess. Leeds United letting in goals for fun. I think they've hit a record for the amount of goals that you can let in the space of a Premier League month. I think that's legit. I need to go back and check that, but I read that. 4-1, Leeds are going down. At this rate, Leeds are going down. There's no way I see them surviving it. Leicester will probably have better chance of surviving than Leeds right now. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Fulham, Manchester City, as I've said, Fulham operating just like how a West London team should. Is West London white right now? Bloody hell, white and black. Fulham, despite going 1-0 down, very, very quickly, Erling Haaland penalty. Erling Haaland, another goal to the tally, Premier League record. The guy's absolutely killing it. He's a droid. But Fulham with a fantastic reply. Carlos Vinicius with a beautiful goal laid off by Harry Wilson, and lovely finish. And they managed to keep on to that lead for, I'd say, longer than expected, if I'm honest. I thought that eventually Man City would come with a response straight away. And as much as I didn't think it would be this play, I thought eventually they'd get the winner. Surely. But Fulham showed resolve. Riyad Mahrez giving it to Alvarez. And Alvarez is a backup to Erling Haaland. Can we let that sink in for a sec? Alvarez is a backup to Erling Haaland. Alvarez is seen as a backup dancer. He's the second guy compared to Erling Haaland, and he's putting shots off like that straight into the top corner. Absolutely class. Alvarez is a wonderful striker, and the stunner that he put into to get Man City that second goal was absolutely beautiful. So fair play to Julian Alvarez for that second goal, and they managed to hold on, because after that Fulham did have good portions in that game where they were really taking control, and you don't expect that from Fulham at Craven Cottage. You don't expect that against Man City, but it means Man City do leave with 3 points, and it does mean that now the Premier League table stands as Man City top of the table. Yes, Arsenal have been knocked off top spot, and Man City still have a game in hand. Arsenal now have to look at themselves. Arsenal have to just go, you know what, we can't have full control. We have control of what we can do, and we just have to hope Man City lose a game or draw a game. They just need to hope Man City drop points somewhere, which is not looking likely. So Arsenal can only control what they can control, and hence why their next game is against Chelsea on Tuesday, and the preview for that, as I've said, will be out tomorrow. So make sure, if you want me to go into detail of what I think, not just of Chelsea, but also of Arsenal, because I have to give attention to the title race, you'll find it in tomorrow's video. But Man City are in a very good place right now, and I do suspect, let me just say this now, as a little preview for tomorrow's preview, I think Arsenal will be jumping back to the top of the table for a brief moment before Man City do play again, and then we'll end up top of the table again. Again, with a game in hand. So Man City right now in control, in a very good place, and I do expect them to go on and do it. They're going to win the league, I feel, and I feel like they'll win the FA Cup. The big question mark is, will they win the Champions League? That's the one. They are in a very good position to do the treble. So overall, look, I have to sum it up like this. What a beautiful day of football. What a beautiful weekend of football. Crystal Palace 4, West Ham 3, remember, all from yesterday. Absolutely, there's been games here. There's been games where it's been wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The Brighton 6-0 over Wolves. Brentford beating Forest 2-1 after being 1-0 down. This league is special. This league is special. We just have to be grateful that we're a part of this, because no other league in the world can touch us. No other league in the world can touch this league. The Premier League is it. So there we are. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated on everything that's gone down today. Absolutely incredible. And I will see all of you tomorrow for the preview to Arsenal versus Chelsea. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you do enjoy this. As I said, let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you then. Take care. And peace.